Hello there, minions of technology. My name is Tim Lee. Welcome back to Legacy Studio, where I am really hoping we can solve this really stupid puzzle. Before we get started in today's episode, let's go ahead and get the good stuff out of the way right here. My Legacy historians, Tony Allen, Sean Hammond, William Ponath, absolutely incredible people. If you want to become a Legacy historian yourself, hit that join button down below, and you will be able to join at the Legacy tier and get shouted out right here on my channel. Also, humongous thanks to everyone else who supports all my Dorka historians and early access historians, everyone who donates by hitting that thanks button. You need to know that means a lot. Thank you so very much. You guys did save me in a humongous way just recently because, unfortunately, we're not getting our YouTube payouts anymore, and it's probably going to be once every 2 months now instead of once a month. And that is because mainly we're focusing on one bit of content that's rather niche. So the fact that you are donating to the cause means the world to me. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I deeply, deeply appreciate each and every one of you, truly. In saying that, we got stuff to do, we got places to be, we got people to see, we got games to play. We have one comment that we're going to look at in particular today as we get into the game. So let me go ahead and switch back over to the one, the only Sean Hammond. And this guy is incredible with his comments, but he's got a rather spoiler comment here, and it's time to utilize it. This is it. The big spoiler, hopefully, that will get us to the win, because that last episode was ridiculous. Okay. It says here, unfortunately, there's not much I can provide in the way of hints for this one, but there's a small spoiler that might help you if you get stuck. When a picture starts glowing, it is complete. It has all the symbols it needs, and those symbols are in the correct order. You don't need to add any more above or below it. I was sure that was going to help me out. I was sure of it. Well, guess what? This is never going to end. We're going to play this until eternity. Yeah. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay. Sure. Here's your sage advice. You just figured out exactly what I was going to tell you in my special spoiler hint. All the rest is up to you. Because you are the King of Myst. Who said he's the King of Myst? Did you say you were the King of Myst? I said I was the King of Myst. Are you really the King of Myst? I think I'm the King of Myst. Well, why don't you have it figured out then? I don't know. I was supposed to switch the camera there. I don't know. Okay, anyway. So what we're going to do now is cry. And then attempt to solve this correctly. And so here's my theory that I'm going to do. I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to, and maybe I've already done that as I'm looking at my notes here. Oh. Hang on. This is a very unique situation here because the reality of the situation that I'm finding here is that here we're talking about mommy and daddy, right? So we're talking about mommy and daddy here, and this is complete. No more pieces go here. We're good. The situation is, right here, we mentioned dad.
Daddy's really good at chess.
So that means that we're not needing to focus on dad anymore because we've already fulfilled that role. That means this needs to stay with the chessboard. But that means that it needs to be in a certain order. Now, we've already written down the order. So my assumption is that we need to take each of these and get them in a certain order on top of each one. Now the question is the order correct from top to bottom or bottom to top? I'm going to say it's top from bottom because that's just going to be the easiest way to assume things. So here's my theory. I think I'm going to have to organize this out. Which I feel like I've already done, but not to the extent that I'm going to do now. What I mean is I have all of these insane notes right here. You can see just tons of notes, all done by the design of each character. So what I think I need to do, what I'm thinking I need to do is organize this to the best of my ability and assume that I know what I'm doing. So let's see. For starters, I need a top-down camera with all the notes that I take. And with this space, I could maybe even make that happen one day. But yeah, let's see how this is going to work. So the first thing is, Dad's really good at chess. Now we know that Dad is not the element in this here. So I'm going to assume that we're going to take this and put it over the chessboard. So for the first shape... Hi, Zozo. So we assume that for the first shape, we're going to have it be Dad's the chess set. Okay, so that's going to be the first shape. You should play him. Technically, that would also be Dad, but if we look at that one, it's not him. So it's either you talking about Cirrus, which could be this symbol, or it could be play, which means play chess. So I'm leaning towards the dial. So I'm going to put this one with the dial. And I'm going to assume that this is going to be the first shape of that one. I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set. So the next one is going to be back to the chessboard. And it's going to be the man, what I'm thinking is like a man laying on... what do you call it? Looks a bit like a, it's a triangle. Okay, it's a triangle.
You can make one, just like you made my...
You're right over there, Zozo. You tried to jump on the bed and didn't quite make it. This one right here is the one I was thinking of. So then after that would be, you could make one just like you made my spirit guide. So I'm assuming that the spirit guide is going to be the carving, and that one's going to be the swirly, the toilet bowl swirly, and the two dashes for the toilet bowl swirly. And then, let's see. I could, it's really hard to carve that small. The problem is it's either the carving or it's the chess pieces. I feel like he's kind of talking about the chess pieces, so I'm leaning towards it being the chessboard. So I'm going to start with it here with the chessboard, but I'm going to have a backup plan that it may need to go over in the carving section. Okay, next one after that is they break so easily is, I think this one here. They break so easily. So, and I think that's also talking about the chessboard. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one with the chessboard, which is 4 circles, 3 and 4, a dot in between the center of each one, and a dot in the dead center. Then we have, right, same rock as this chamber, which is over here. Now, right, same rock as this chamber. I really don't know where that one should go. So the question is going to be, where should that one go? Now, if we solve some of the other ones, then I think it'll kind of pinpoint us in the right direction for where that one should go. The ones that are already taken... I don't have this one noted in my notes. Oh, could give you a set.
Well, maybe Mom and Dad could give you a set.
Yeah, so could give you a set is already in its place. So, I hate that I'm right. I don't want to be right, because this was just a teaser to tell you how to do it. But yes, that is the reality of it. Okay. So this one, Mom and Dad, is all done. And this one, with the linking book, is all done, which is going to be a circle with a little circle in the center and a few triangles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And little swooshes, 2, 3, and 4. Now, my fear is that you have to actually build all of this and move pieces across these to make it happen. We need to not be scared of that option, because I think that's going to be a reality. Kind of like doing a Rubik's Cube. You have to sort through the Rubik's Cube, too. So, what does that leave? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have everything organized except for one individual piece, because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different pieces. So I have organized these to the best of my ability. Now, can I get them in that order in the game? So technically this one needs to be first. How do we organize this to do that? So if we... This one needs to be first on this board. Right below it needs to be this guy. So let's put this one, since we know it places it on the bottom, this one needs to go next. Grabbing these are terrible. So if we do this... Oh, it didn't put the right one! Ah. Okay, so, I thought I had it for a second there, and I do not. So that one there, this one over here. Now then this one is going to go here. Okay. And then we'll put that one back there. Next one in line. Oh! Technically I have this one going next. So let's just put this one here. And then after that would be this guy. Now is where we start messing with organization. Ugh, I hate that. Because these technically need to be completely on the other side. So I'm going to do this. Oh, that needs to be at the carving. Drat. Where does this one need to go? This one needs to be with the chessboard too. So I'll put this one with the carving for the moment. And the dial, this one needs to be with the dial. So I've completely screwed it up.
Right.
So if we were to take this... I'm going to put this one with the carving. Okay. This one needs to go with the carving. And this one needs to go with the dial. In saying that, this one needs to go with the chessboard. I'm going to keep this one with the carving. And technically, I need that one with the carving too. So I'm going to put it so I can get to it on that side. That guy needs to stay here. So I'm going to shift this one this way. Good, that put those in order. That's good, that's good. I need to put... That one we don't know where it needs to go. Because that one is, right, same rock as the chamber. So technically it belongs... It could belong anywhere. This one needs to go with the dial. If that's correct. This one needs to go with the chess set. This one needs to go with the carving. And then this one, my assumption, will need to go with the chess set. This one goes with the carving. Okay. Now what are we doing? That way I'll never be able to break it. I kind of think that this one needs to go here. This one also needs to go there, so I'll pull it back over here. This one needs to go over here. And the dial needs to go over here, if that's correct. Now, the thought that I'm having in my head right now is that this... Okay. I have a theory. I'm gonna try it. Okay. This one goes over here. This one goes over here. And... Alright, now... I'm kind of trying to focus on one at a time. Just stop and grab it, for Pete's sake. Alright, so now this one... If it's not going to the other one, then... Okay. Am I going to have a problem here? Yes, I am. Shucks. Drat. Alright, so now let's move this one over here. The problem with that is I don't want that one there. I want... Okay, and my theory is...
You should play him.
No, I'm not even using the right dial, am I? That one... Oh, no, no, no. I said that one needs to go on the dial. That one's correct. So this one, I'm thinking, needs to go over here, as I'm testing this theory. And then this one just needs to go below it. Nope, didn't work. Did not work. So, in my opinion, we still don't know what the dial is for. Even though I'm sure I could have learned it somewhere. So the next thing to test would be to move these two shapes over top the carving and see what happens. So to do that... And I liked them in the order that they were in, because I believe that to be the correct order, if it is correct.
You can make one, just like you made my...
So my theory is, for the carving, I need that shape and that shape.
I could.
So...
I could.
This one. Then this one. Then this one. Okay, so every other one is going to help me. Still nothing. Well, that destroys both my theories. Okay. So now that would mean that that needs to go on the chess set. So, between two objects, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, then that means, okay, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay, so now I can see in what order I would need to be if I'm working between two things. So, if that's not correct, then that means that it needs to go on the chess set. But the carving can't just have the carving article itself. There needs to be something else that goes there. So what else do we have?
That way I'll never be able to break it.
Technically, that one's a possibility.
They break so easily.
Probably not that one.
I'd like to, sis, but...
Or both of those.
That way.
Both of these could go over here. Okay. So what do we have over here now?
You can make one, just like you made my spirit guide.
I think that's supposed to be there. This one, though.
I could...
So I'm pretty sure that this one is an absolute, which is the swirl with the two lines. I feel like that one is supposed to go with that carving. So... okay. Now I need one that I don't care about to come over here, and one that I do care about. Oh, I didn't think about that. Shucks. Okay. So my next thought is that it needs to be this one,
Daddy's really good at chess.
then this one,
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set.
and then this one.
I could, but it's really hard to carve figurines that small.
Doesn't sound
You should
right, but that's the
plan.
theory I have. If this one absolutely goes here, let's put that there. And this one, I think, needs to go here.
They break so easily.
See, that could be something else, too. What breaks so easily? Chess pieces. So that would, in my opinion, would make sense. Chess pieces. What's the green one again?
Daddy's really good at chess.
Okay, if it can't be with Dad and Mom, then we're talking about chess. So I think it has to go with the chessboard. What's this one?
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set.
I think that we're still talking about chess, so technically chess would be where that would go. Right? And then what were we saying? My next theory is that this one would go next.
I could, but it's really hard to carve figurines that small.
Figurines of what? Chess set pieces. That would be my guess. Oop. Out of my non-sponsored drink of choice. Time for the next one. Canada Dry. All right. So, how do we successfully make this work for us?
You should play him.
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set.
We don't know where this one goes. You didn't see me do this. What is that one? That way I'll never be able to break it. I don't have that listed in my stuff here, so I need to add this in. That way I'll never be able to break the chess pieces. But we're also talking about carving, so I can't tell. Another piece I'm not certain about, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in another uncertain category. Okay. Technically I need those switched, but whatever. And I need them staggered with one in between them. That one's good where it stands, I think. So...
Daddy's really...
Okay, this will put this at the bottom. Now I need this one to move over.
I'll tell...
I really hate this game. I really hate this game because I can't find the formula. Because my brain doesn't think in formulas like that. What is the formula? The formula is, as we said, the top piece can only go one spot to the right or to the left. There is no replacement. You can't change that. Also, every other piece must be staggered to meet that need. Now that's only if you're working between 2 or 3 sources. I think it's between 2 sources. My next thought is it's really, really easy to solve the 2 that only use one symbol. So if we work with them and utilize them, we know that the symbols that are left over that must remain are those 2 specific symbols, which we know clear as day. So if we utilize that knowledge, then that might point us in the right direction on how to move forward. So if I am not afraid of utilizing these spaces to move pieces in and out of the way, which technically that puts things in a different light. If I move pieces out of the way and then move them in place when I need them, then that might make it more accessible. So what I'm doing is I'm utilizing these 3 to move pieces into the key areas, and I'm utilizing the 2 behind me to store pieces. That's my first theory that's coming to mind. So to get to this piece right now, which I need, the very bottom one, I could utilize... Let's see, I have 4 pieces, so we can go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that puts that one where it needs to be. Now, the one that goes below that is going to be the yellow man, which is here. So we're going to go 1. Okay, this will at least get it closer. Now, I need to get that yellow guy on top, but I need to get him on top so that he is the next piece to move. So he needs to be the last piece, which I think this will work. Yep, this will work. Almost. So I can get this assembled like this. Now I can move this out of the way. Like this. This is fine. This is good. So we have to think in reverse, basically. So now I can take this piece and put it here. So that's in proper alignment. Now we have a problem.
Daddy's really good at chess.
I need this piece to be below them. So it's in the wrong place right now. So technically I need to move it out of the way while still keeping these somewhat the same. Okay, once again, I need to move this out of the way. So I think I'm building something here. I think something's something may have just clicked. Something may have just clicked. Actually, I'm pretty sure something clicked. I feel good about this all of a sudden. Let's see if I'm right. So now we can put this back here. It's going to go underneath where it should. Now we need to get that red piece next. So we can start. Actually, I should have done assembly the other direction. So in this situation, we can go assembly this way, since we have so many pieces. Okay. I think we're still good. We're not great, but we can still make it work. So this one's going to go here. Okay. Now we need to move this. So this is going to go here. And then this one goes here. And now this one is going to go underneath. Still nothing happening yet, but that's okay. The next theory is that we need the bottom piece here. So let's go ahead and move this way. Good. And now this one. Okay, technically that was the math that I had in mind for this one. This is still the bad piece at play.
I could, but it's really hard to carve figurines.
So I think the topic is still over here. So my thinking now is that this one is actually correct. That the red one needs to go with carving. Now, unfortunately, if that's the case, I have to move everything out of the way and disorganize it to make that happen. But, c'est la vie. So, we're going to put this one with carving now, but we're not solving that. Right now, we're only solving this. And if this is the case, then all I need to do is move these pieces out of the way. Okay. Now I can move this into position as my first piece. Now I need to move this out of the way. Like so. Okay.
They break so. That way I'll never.
Okay, so this one's gonna go this way now. And this one will go this way. This one will go this way. And this one will go here. Okay, now we're gonna put this over here. And this one over here. Okay, we're nearing the proper organization for this now. I think this one needs to go here. And this one over here. Okay. And then in a second here we can begin proper assembly. So here we go. Now we can begin proper assembly. So this one will be the first piece. That one's going to go there. Now this one. Oh, we've got to get rid of these first. So we'll grab them. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Now, instead of that piece, we're going to go right to the blue piece, which we actually already have here. It would be great if this worked. It didn't work.
Daddy's really good at...
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set. They break so easily.
So what if I did You Should Play Him?
You can make one. Just... You should play him.
Does that have a specific place right now? I don't think it does. So what if instead of that, what if I was to swing this one in and try to make this a cohesive conversation just over this chess set alone.
Daddy's really good at chess.
You should play him.
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set. They break so easily.
So I'm curious if that's how that should be. So instead of this, though I hate to break up the organization again, I'm starting to finagle something together though, so I'm feeling okay. Okay. Okay, so now this one. This animation just takes way too long. Okay, now this one. Oh.
Daddy's really good at...
I'd like to, sis.
I got the organization wrong. I meant to put it after the green. So, let's reset this. Just like that, but it needs to be over the chessboard. So, let me move this back over here. That's going to put that at the top. Now we can do this, this, and this. Now this one can go over here. Yep, and then this one is going to go here. Hey, alright, we have a winner. Okay, so these three are done. These three are done. These three are done. Okay, so what do we got?
Daddy's really good at chess. You should play him.
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set.
Okay, so now we know that this...
I'll tell them to when I link home.
That one has to go over here on the linking book. And... Alright, so I'm going to make some fresh notes because I'm causing confusion in my own brain with my own notes here. So, we know that chess has the greenhouse, okay, and we know it has the circle with the circle in the circle, and we know it has the yellow man on the triangle or whatever, pyramid. That's the word I'm looking for. So that is everything that's needed for the chess set. We don't know what's needed for the dial. We do know what's needed for the linking book. That is going to be the circle with a single dot. We've got 4 triangles around it. Okay, and the little swirls. That is a completed task as well. Mom and Dad. Now, I know it's not built like that right now. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm making notes that are going to tell me exactly what is needed to complete this when I get this right. Mom and Dad is going to be the 4 circles with the 4 circles with the 4 dots. There we go. Okay. And then we also have the carving. So right now, what we don't have sorted out is the dial and the carving. We have everything else sorted. So that gets us in a better direction, also reduces us by 1, 2, 5 of the 10 pieces, which means we only have 5 left. So if that stays exactly as it stands, and I utilize these 4 now, to build the rest of one of these other ones and sort out what we have with the rest of these other ones, then we're even more in tune for what we need to do. So let's see what the next one is. So what does that leave us? And it looks like we're actually following the storyline, but we might be following it in reverse. Because the next thing is, if we look at this, and we look at this...
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set.
Okay. I like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set. So the next thing is...
Right.
Nope, that's not it.
I could, but it's really...
Well, maybe Mom and Dad
Nope, that's not it.
you could make one, just like
Right
you
there.
made my spirit guide.
So my guess is that this is supposed to go over here onto the spirit guide. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving this dial, no, excuse me, the carving. I'm going to start building up what I think the carving should be. And so far this is following the notes that I had previously. So let's stick with this game plan. Oops, excuse me. Didn't mean to bump the microphone. By the way, how great is this headset? I love this thing. It was a garage sale purchase. I think it's like $300 or $600 on Amazon or wherever, and I got it for $75 or something. I don't remember how much I bought it for, but it was so cheap. And this is like a high quality, super expensive headset. I love that I have it, and it has saved me so much trouble. As much as I would love to set up a proper microphone setup sometimes in some of the places I'm in, this just does great. And yeah, it might not look as great as other setups that you see other gamers playing, but this is, honestly, is it really that bad? You know, it's awesome. So, let's see. So we have that in place where it should be, and that one is...
You could make one, just like you made my spirit guide.
Okay. Next up, to get there, I think we need... I'd like to, sis.
Right. They break so easy.
Well, I'll tell them to when
That way I'll never... I could, but it's really hard to carve figurines that...
Alright, here we go. So, next up is going to be the so, next up is going to be the walking feet thing, or whatever that design is. So, I'm thinking that that is what we're looking for here. So I'm going to go ahead and write this in as most likely what we're looking for. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and start building for that. So moving everything else out of the way except for what we need. Okay. Alright. Now the problem is I can't use the one to the side, so it's a different process, unfortunately. Okay. So what do we have next?
I could, but it's really hard to carve figurines that's... I could, but it's really hard to carve figurines that small.
Okay, that's still good.
I'll tell them.
They break so easily.
Alright, so that's the next one that we need. It's going to be the blue... It's going to be the 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the dot in between them. So that one needs to go there next. So, let's start building. Now, we can't... Oh, we can go back this way. So let's go ahead and go back this way with this one. And take this one this way, this one this way, this one this way, and this one this way, Now we can come in and drop this one right below the others. Yay! We did it! So, we are nearing the finish line. That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay, so now all that we have to do is solve the remainder, which there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 2 pieces that we have to worry about to make this done. So, what order do they need to be in, and what's next? So, if we think that we're going in backwards...
They break so easily.
They break so easily. What's the one that is next here?
Well, maybe Mom and Dad could give...
Okay, so we're working opposite. We're working in reverse of what you would expect. So, that means that we need to go ahead and... We're going to beat this. We are totally going to beat this. I mean, we are nearly done. Right now, we are nearly done. We are this close to being done. So, just hang in there, because we're right there. I mean, not even... we may be done here in 5 minutes. In less than 5 minutes. This is about to happen right now. Oh, no, not just yet, but very soon to right now. Hang on. Come on. I'm excited. Okay. Do I have a problem? I might have a problem. Oh, no. No. I got it. Here we go. I think we... Okay. Now, here's the question. Are they at the right... Oh, no. That one has to go there. Oh, but that's why... Maybe that's why Mom and Dad only have a singular one. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So to wrap up, we need... Okay. I think I get it. So for this to work... Please work. Yes! Yes! I think we solved it. So, if we haven't solved it, we're right there, because all I need to do... We solved it. We totally solved it. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I was about to say maybe I should save the game, but what's the point? No, I'm totally saving the game. Totally saving the game. Let's go ahead and save this game right now. Because, yeah, that's going to mess up, and something's going to go wrong. So, we're going to go ahead and save game. So, let's go ahead and name this Final Puzzle. Okay. Alright. Are you ready? We're as good as there. You can't get any closer than this. This is it. Here we go. Here we go. We did it.
Daddy's really good at chess. You should play him.
I'd like to, sis, but I don't have a chess set.
Why did they make you listen through the whole thing when you've already listened to it 600 times? I mean, really? Really?
It's really hard to carve figurines that small. They break so easily.
Well, maybe Mom and Dad could give you a set as a present.
Salute.
I'll tell them to when I link home.
Give me something amazing.
Right. And I suppose you'll tell them to make it out of the same rock as this chamber.
Are we definitely recording? Okay.
That way I'll never
Just
be
making
able to
sure.
make it.
It's working. We must move swiftly. The Traveler knows what you're doing and will try to impede you.
I'm gonna turn this down just a couple notches just to make sure.
Go.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What? Yuck. Now I gotta do it all over again. Really? Really? Ah. Am I gonna have to do this like 3 or 4 times? I mean, seriously? Alright, what's this one?
Father and mother will teach you the art.
Alright, so. Start with this one. Father and mother will teach you the art. Okay, moving on.
Leaving behind the perfect disguise for me to step into.
Leaving the perfect disguise for me to step into. I mean, sure, it's more interesting, but whatever.
When I turn this switch, the chair you're sitting in will activate.
When I turn this switch, the chair will, whatever, activate. Lots of notes.
Never knowing it's really me who's doing the learning.
Never knowing it is really me doing the learning. So, how long? How long has he been learning? Long enough to learn the language and write the books?
Of course, I'll kill them as soon as I know how to write ages.
Of course, I'll kill them when I know Go ahead and play it again.
Of course, I'll kill them as soon as I know how to write ages.
How to write ages. To write ages. This guy's got big dreams. Okay, then this one is the 2x. Okay. And the dots all over the place. Dots all over the place. Okay, what's this one?
Lights will go on.
Lights will go on. Okay. And this one.
See how round and smooth and empty it is?
See how round, how smooth, how empty it is.
And everything that's you will be sucked out of your body.
Everything that is you will be sucked out of your body.
Then I'll put my new memories back in my body, and no one will be able to stop me.
New memories. back in my body. No one will stop me. Just try and stop me.
See this globe, little sister?
See this globe? Little sister. Okay. Alright, so what do we got here? We got the body tank. We have the book for learning. We have the electric chair. We have the alien hand that we're just going to call it the alien. And, okay. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a different dynamic, and they're doing this on purpose. So the dynamic is there's only 4 things to work with instead of 5. So that's part of the issue that I'm going to be dealing with next. Let me turn up my light here a little bit. I feel like I'm a little in the dark. There we go. Let's try that. Ooh, it's kind of bright now. Now it's the opposite of what I was trying to accomplish. Okay, and let's see if I can just add a little bit more. There we go. Okay. That might look a little better, hopefully. Okay, so my guess is we're going to have see this globe, little sister, as the first thing. See how round, smooth, and empty it is? It's going to be that next. When I turn this switch, the chair will activate. When I turn this switch, the chair will activate. Lights will go on. And everything that is you will be sucked out of your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still 10 pieces to solve for on 4 grids instead of 5. That's interesting. See this globe, little sister? See how round and empty it is? When I turn this switch, the chair will activate. The lights will go on. Let's see. The lights will go on. And everything that is you will be sucked out of your body, leaving the perfect disguise. Leaving the perfect disguise for me to step into. Okay. So then father and mother will teach you the art, never knowing it is me really doing the learning. Father and mother, okay, leaving the perfect disguise when I turn this, never knowing. Of course, I'll kill them when I know how to write the ages. When I see the globe, little sister, new memories back in my body. No one will stop me. Okay. Never knowing it's me doing the learning. Now, of course, I'll kill them when I know how to write the ages. Father and Mother will teach you the art, leaving the perfect disguise when I turn the switch, never knowing. Of course, I'll kill them. Lights go on. See how smooth and empty it is. Everything that is you will be sucked into your body. New memories. New memories back into my body. And no one will stop me. Now, the fun part. Trying to figure out where they go. And beginning our organization process once again. So, here's where we need to start beginning our structure. Ah, round and smooth it is. This is it. So this is going to be stage 1. So we need to go ahead and start building this. So I'm going to start moving pieces off of here so that we can begin our organization. So the first one is going to be this one. So let's go ahead and start building this up. So let's see if the method works the same or not, or if we're going to have to build a new theory because of this. Okay. Okay. Alright, so. Because we've at least got the science figured out. They're using this to tell us the rest of the story. Though I absolutely hate the method that they're using, but still. Next one is going to be the round, which is over here. So let's go ahead and we can go this way. So we'll do that. And let's go here, and then this one. Okay, back this way, and back this way. Hey, for all we know, maybe this will be faster than before, because this one now is going to go underneath here. Good. All right. So, we have solved the first part of the puzzle with the alien. Okay, now we're on to the chair, and we're on to the switch. So next up will be the switch. So let's grab all this. And I really hope this is recording properly. This is the first time I have utilized this computer system setup of running between 2 different computers in a very long time, and it gets me antsy to think that something could go wrong, or that the audio is not recording properly, or that it's been wrong the whole time. And I call it just anxiety, but you know, trying to make sure that everything's good. It's how it goes. Okay, this one's next, and thankfully, look at that, right on the top where it should be. So this one's going to go here, and we're going to see if it does anything. No? Okay, we're good. And then next up will be the square. That shape right there is the one that we're going to need next. So the fact that it's on the top technically is not good, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and move these out of the way, or at least one of these out of the way. Okay. Actually, I'm going to move them all out of the way now that I am thinking about it. So we're going to go like this, and we're going to go here. Now this one, I'm going to grab this, and we're going to bring it over here. Okay. All right. Now, yeah. Okay, no, I think I'm still doing good. I think I'm still doing just fine. Okay. And yes, I could probably be building other pieces here, but right now I'm very single-minded in my strategy, so I'm just going to stick with it. Okay. Next one in line is going to be... Alright, what looks like a swastika, which is that thing right there. So let's go ahead and get that over here. It's not a swastika, but it looks like it. At least in my drawing, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. So we have created this form, and this one is the electric chair. Okay. Next up, we have the book and the body. Yep, the caboose, the the coffin. if we're gonna go there, it's the coffin. Okay. So now what we need is the second shape there. Now's where things are gonna get hard, because we don't want to mess up the other ones while trying to solve this puzzle. So this is going to be the confusing part. How do you do it without having any issues? So let's go ahead and put this one here, And this one here. Okay, now this one, I just need to get... Whoa, wait a minute, no! Interesting. Okay, so we know... Okay, so we know that that one is the is what I call the body tank. Technically the coffin. Okay, so we only need to get the... You little cheaters. That's so unfair. Okay. We're going to see how confusing that makes it. So, for this one to work, then, we need to make sure... shucks. How are we going to do that? Is it going to happen easily, or are we going to have to use the other parts to make that happen? Okay. So if we put this one on the bottom, okay, and we sort between these, technically that other one's going to go back there, but we're going to see what happens here. So, 2, this one's back to where it should be, this one's now where it should be, and technically if I grab this, it's not going to work. It's going to be in the wrong order, right? But this one will be okay. Yeah, but this one's in the wrong order. So all of them are good, except for this one, and we have it in the wrong order. So that means we are probably going to have to mess with one of these other ones to make that work, because the order that this should be in...
Father and Mother will teach you.
This one needs to go on top, and this one needs to go on bottom. So these just need to be reversed. Ugh, yuck. So I'm going to have to mess with the other ones to make that happen. Now that is the last piece of the puzzle, so that'll be the last one to solve. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that. Is this always going to come back to the same structure every time I do this? Wait a minute. Yes, it will. If I don't mess with one of these other ones, we're going to have the same issue. So here's hoping this works. So this is good. Okay. Now we need this one. Oh, maybe that was easier than I thought. That's too easy, isn't it? Too easy? That's got to be too easy.
See how?
That's got to be too easy. We'll see. I feel like that's too easy. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble here in a second. Come here. Okay, this one goes here. Yeah, see? It's not in the right order. So, how do you reverse it? Can I just do it with this? Or is it just going to put it in the same order as it did before? Or do I have to go through the other ones and reverse it all that way? Technically, that is correct. This, however, is not. So what if I brought this over here? Am I reversing this back to where it was? I bet you I am. I bet you that's exactly what I'm doing. So this one... Because they know you solved the puzzle, but they've added the extra dilemma of only having 4 places to put them instead of 5. Okay.
Never knowing it's...
No. Yes. No. We are so close. Yep, now the organization is wrong again. And it's wrong in the same way as it was before? Or is it different? top needs to go on the bottom. Middle needs to go. All right, so it has changed. It's changed from the last time we did it. So we are one step away from getting this right.
Father and mother will teach.
For the record, I hate this puzzle. For the record, there's very little that I've liked about this game. Alright, this is going to be one of those scenarios where I can't be afraid to use the other ones just like the last one. But I'm not sure how to solve this, because you solve from the most down, so technically the most would be the electric chair. The electric chair is solved. The next one to focus our attention on would actually be the...
Never knowing it's real.
What is the next one we should be focusing on? The book? So maybe we should try that. Maybe we should literally build it. Okay. Let's pretend we don't care. And completely mess up the organization. So, the chair is solved. We can mess with the alien. And we can mess with... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave all this here. No, I'm not. Because I just messed it up. That's okay. Okay. So, first I need this one to go here. Good. Okay, now I'm going to use the alien to store these. Okay. This one's going to go over here as well. Good. This one's going to go over here. Now we go with this one. Okay. Alright, I think I might have figured it out. Alright, so that's going to solve our book. Yep, book is solved. Now we're going to work on number 2, which is the alien, which is going to need this piece. Okay. And... Alright. Yep. Okay. Now we're going to bring this one down here. And then use these. The order is wrong. Drat. Drat. So, we reverse the order by putting this one here. Okay. I'm going to have to use the chair again, aren't I? Can I use the book? No, maybe not. Do I not want to use the book? Okay. Okay. Ah. Did I figure it out? Okay. So we got that upside down now. To turn that back over, can we reverse the process? Or do we need the chair to do that? Nope, I just did it. Nope, I didn't do it. And I'm going to be repeating myself from here forward. Unless I do something different. How did that happen? Now it'll work. No, it'll still put it on top. So don't put that one on top. Put this one on bottom. Now stack them. Wait a minute. Before you stack them, could you move the other one back over? Because now I can move this over, but I can't move the other one back over because it's going to mess up the other stack now, right? But let me check. I think what we've done is... No.
See how right?
Shut up. Okay, so... Okay, now this one underneath, right? Because it puts it underneath, doesn't it? Thank you. Ridiculous. Okay, now we're back to this. So we have an issue with the chair, then. We have to... Because we're going to have this issue till the end of time. Admittedly, my brain is blanking out right now. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing, and I know that's not a wise move, but it is what's going on. Now that one needs to go in the middle.
Father.
This one needs to go on the bottom. So once again, it reversed it in a different direction. Ears are getting sore. Okay. So, are we so scared of the chair that we're not going to get this completed because...
Father and Mother will teach you the art.
So... What if... How does the book become unorganized?
Never know.
And then that would break it apart from the other side, so that's not the answer. So what if I need the chair? What if I solve it the opposite direction? What if I go from the smallest number to the biggest number? And vice versa. What if it's like odds and evens at a certain point? Okay, so let's try solving the book first, since it's giving us so much trouble, and working our way back up to 4. I feel like that's incorrect, but we're going to give it a shot. Ears are hurting so bad. Alright, so now the organization of the chair is messed up by what? That one needs to go to the top.
When I turn this...
Swastika needs to go to the bottom. So let me try and do it with the book. Okay, switch needs to go to the top. Do I use this? I think so. Okay. I don't like doing it that way, but I feel like that's the only option I have. There has to be a way to reverse these, which means you're going to have a different... one's going to have to be 3 pieces, the other one's going to have to be 4, or something like that to be able to get this in the organization that it needs to be. So this one now comes over here. And don't forget that you did use the opposite side for some pretty important pieces, so... let's do this. There's math, and I'm not using the math. This is going to backfire. This will backfire, and it will be your fault. My fault, not your fault. My fault. My brain has decided to deep fry, and I've lost track of the system that I had before. So now I'm building with no system in my head, which is obviously not a good move. But I don't know what's going to fix this, because I have a feeling that I'm going to come right back to the original situation that I had prior. Because the dynamic has changed so vastly. No, no, no. Just hold it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one had 2 additional that I had to solve for. So 2 was the final one to solve. Right? And I messed up the linking book to fix that, right? So in this case, we have one that has 4 and one that has 3. So what if we were to solve the book first, since it's our trouble child, and then solve everything else around the book? The reason why I'm saying that is we can't do the same method over again. It needs to be a different method. So instead of solving for the highest number first, what if instead we solve for the middle number first, basically? It's kind of the process I'm thinking through. So if we solve the problem child and then solve everything around the problem child, technically that could fix the situation. All right. I think we did it. Oh, we did it. Oh.
See this globe, little sister? See how round and smooth and empty it is?
Yes.
When I
Why?
turn the switch, the chair you're sitting in will activate.
I know this story already.
Lights will go on.
I have it memorized.
To be sucked out of your body.
Memorized.
Perfect disguise for me to step into.
He sounds so serious.
Father and mother will teach you the art.
You, the art.
Never knowing it's really me.
Me.
Of course, I'll kill them as soon as I know how to write ages.
Cheers. Salute.
Then I'll put my new memories back in my body, and no one will be able to stop me.
And I think I remember there being 3 connections. Oh, are we finally done? Oh, we're finally done. Oh, we're finally done. Yes, goodbye.
She's free.
Go away. Please go away.
You have done well, traveler.
Yes, I
The
have.
one you know as Isha has rediscovered her waking mind. Even now, she begins to return there.
Thank you. Go
The
back, little
interloper
one.
cannot follow her. The strands of dream close in on him, and without a guide to shield him, he will be completely crushed under their weight.
Good. C'est la vie,
Return
mon
now
ami.
to your waking life, until the next time you wish to travel in dream.
Never. Ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Never, ever. Just be done. Be the end. The end. Ooh. We better save. We better save. So what's going to happen next here in our very own Myst 4 Revelation? Well, I guess you'll have to find out in the next episode. Yes, that's right. I'm going to make you wait for the next one, even if it's the end, and even if it's super short. Hey, we've earned this. And I'm tired. Even though I'm probably going to play it here in 5 minutes anyway. But still, you're going to have to wait for it till next week. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe down below. And by the way, I always ask you some kind of comment to leave down below if you've watched this all the way to the end, even though I haven't done it in the last 2 episodes, and I apologize about that. Please tell me the most exciting place that you have lived in your life. The most exciting place that you have lived. Mine would be Azores, Portugal. Overseas, I was young. My dad was in the military, and I got to follow him everywhere. Azores, a place known as Terceira. 9 little islands out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and there's a military base on one of them. Beautiful place. Incredible place. Now, if you watched this all the way to the end, tell me your favorite place that you've lived. And I will see you in the next episode. Keep it crispy. 1 Tim 4:12. I'll read you the same verse that I read in our last video because, hey, it's the same one. Here we go. 2 Corinthians 12:10. For the sake of Christ, then, I am content with weakness, insults, hardship, persecutions, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Go read the rest of the chapter. You get YouVersion on your phone. Get a verse every single day. Maybe it'll give you a little bit of help in your hard times. I'll see you in the next one, folks. Bye.